All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Miami Flying Trapeze. Here I am, your host, the Skipper. As you can see, we have a new net. Let's walk over here and introduce who we have in class today. I got to make a little jump off the roof. Here it is. And let's see who we have here today. Coming down the treehouse. All right, so if you look up top, we have Mama Bird on the platform. There she is. Right over here, we have Maddie. She's here today. And Hannah's come to join us. And of course, you know Margarita. Welcome. Hey. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and keep following us. We post the classes every day. Remember, if you visit Miami, we have a room for rent. And yeah, don't forget about the website. Links down below. Let's get started. All right, and we're here in the studio. I am recording, very good. So that gentleman that was there, I never saw him. I didn't see him come in. Yeah, so he's Maddie's dad. But he caught me by surprise because I was on the roof and I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to you, but so it's awkward. So like I said, I never saw him come in. Maddie came in before him and I was up on the roof setting up the camera. Anyway, so no stranger danger on that one. Yeah, it's Maddie's dad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with Maddie. It's a short class, so we're gonna go through it very quickly. I just want Maddie to see her technique and what she's doing, what she can improve. And for Hannah, well, you get to, as you grow up, you always have this to remember by. And you've done it, you can see how great of a job you've done as you progressed. All right, so here we go. So we have Maddie, she is in lines. I'm not entirely comfortable at this point with the net. I know I did something wrong, but I hadn't figured it out yet because I flew on it the day before when I put it up. I was like, that's got a weird bounce. So I left everybody, and you can see the video before that, I put everybody in lines except for Jay once. I was like, yeah, Jay, I don't like the way it's bouncing. So let's just do everything in lines and go from there. So on here, Maddie's just warming up. She's doing her TikToks. So we left it like that. And then on this day, it was supposed to rain. Class was supposed to get canceled, but welcome to South Florida. I don't cancel the class until right at 6 o'clock. It has to be lightning. It has to be rain for me to cancel the class. Other than that, I don't cancel until 6 o'clock because that's just the way the weather is here. It calls for rain and then nothing. So here comes Hannah. She's going to be doing, I believe, a bird's nest. First position is shoelaces. Anywhere you go, you'll probably hear that terminology. Final is push and there she goes. And normally you want a Superman down to the net, but Hannah is doing what Hannah does. So here we go. I told Maddie, like, I had already taken a swing. I was like, Maddie, go ahead and give it a try. It's bouncing, okay? I want to see how it bounces, but make sure you let the swing die down. Still do your swings, but let the swing die down before you come off. So I'll call so you can see how she's not gaining, she's not building up to the platform, and she's doing TikToks, and TikToks will die down the swing. So here we go. Let's see. She's doing her TikToks, forward, back, 7. Her back is getting better, but now what we're gonna work on today is the forward. So let's see how she bounces. Oh, not yet. I told her, I guess, one more. So you see how the swing died down, and hep. So here she lands right in a little bit left of middle, and she bounced off to the right. Now that's an aggressive bounce for flying trapeze and for the net. Specifically this net, because this is a more narrow net, because the other rig is more narrow. I was like, you know what? Let me warm up and give this a try again. I guess it had been a little bit since I flew that day and tried it, so I was like, let me just do it. That's why I go back to back. Let me just do a quick warm up, see how my shoulder feels. Felt okay. So now here I do want to show I did go ahead and take advantage that I was up there, and I did my swings, and I asked Maddie to look because she is not stretching out. So Maddie, you need to stretch out. So watch these swings. It's not like I do it the best, but this is as close to the best technique as you're going to see right now. So it's not a lot of power. I can do a lot more, but see how I pull up into it, and it's a straight front lever. Pull up into it, and my legs are out, and then my hands are out. So you can see, look how stretched out I am. Again, it's not very high. I took off from the platform, but the idea is to get that technique, all the force through your toes. So then I come back, we'll do it again, kick back, and 7. Look at my hips, how close they are to the bar. So that's the idea. As you approach peaks, you want to get your hips close to the bar in just about everything that you do in flying trapeze. There are some exceptions, but almost everything when you're at peaks, the rule of thumb is if you don't know what to do, if you can't figure something out, try hips as close to the bar as possible. So kick back and up and out. So same thing there, you can see I'm later, but I almost go invert and I want to go more invert. So maybe I'm early. because I'm already forcing my feet out, and I think in being early, no, so I'm late. So forward, big back 7. But again, that was it. Again, this is still part of my warm-up process anyway. I'm not flying terribly hard for the past few months, probably past month since Kristen was here. So see how it bounced? I landed left and then center and bounced right of center, and I did that barrel roll. The net forced the barrel roll, or encouraged, I should say. It didn't force it, encouraged the barrel roll. So I knew something was off on the left side. So here we go with Hannah. I think she wants to do a knee hang. Let's see. And hands came off a little late, but that's okay. And feet back down right here at peak. So a little early there, no problem. All right, so we're gonna kick our feet forward, backwards, forward, let go, grab her knees, open. So she let go late, and so she lands way, way, way in the back. But that's okay. And here we go with Maddie. I told her, let's try it again. Let's work on your, so there you stretched it out. You didn't hollow, at least from that angle. So they're also there. You stretched it out. But she's not doing any power because we're testing out the net. And I was like, go ahead and get your swings in. But look at that, you're stretched out. That's the idea. And you're forward, you don't have to go forward so big anymore. That was just for learning purposes. Now your forward is very small, your back is very big, and your 7 is very big. So you're a little backwards on those. In the beginning, I just let it pass because we're learning timing, and I say kick your feet forward, backwards, forward. And I don't care how they do it. People just kind of go with what they feel. All right, so let's see. She landed left of center a little bit, and second bounce was right of center. So definitely something is off on the left side. I think I do one more swing to feel it out, and while I was up there, I think I figured it out what was wrong. And you guys saw it. Some of you riggers who, if you rigged this, you would have seen it. But there, see how I pull myself up? I'm just out early, but that's okay, because even if you do it this way, you'll still build height. So see, I pull the bar up, and look at that. There's no whipping or no, it's just a smooth transition, and all the energy is getting used up properly. And here I'm a little late, so you see there's a small little whip there, but you can see where I'm building the height. My top of my head is passing the camera frame up there. And look how, you see, just one swing, and look how much it died down. That's what TikToks will do. TikToks will die down your swings real fast, and they're good to do for killing builds. All right, so let's see, I land a little left of center, and it encourages the barrel roll, so I go with it. And I normally don't barrel roll, but I had already seen what was up, and at this point I changed it. So I'll leave it right there. See if you guys see what I changed, and you can comment down below if you like. And the net started bouncing way better. So far more confidence. I still have to bring the net back. You can kind of see from that angle. I did not have time. So here, this is a straddle whip for Hannah, and oh, she didn't hep off, so we're gonna hold on for the next one. Nice, holding the straddle, Hannah. And very nice. And yes, I do try to hold her up so she doesn't rug burn her face or anything like that. She did land on her feet. She normally lands on her feet first. She knows that she's not supposed to, she's working on it. So, but from going back from that other angle, which we'll show it here, you can kind of see from this angle right here, the net does have to come back another foot. It's not the end of the world, but it should come back another foot. Everything's, the whole net has to come back, which means I have to, it sits on concrete, which means I have to bring out cinder blocks. And since it's a temporary net, I'll bring out cinder blocks so I can move the whole net back. Again, this was made for a different net. All right, so here comes Maddie. She is in lines. I think we're just working on swings. So right there, you see that hollow? Anytime you go hard, you just stay in this hollow. And let's see what happens to the cables when you do it. It's like the cables go up and they kind of want to come back. It's like the energy is not being dissipated the right way. You're not taking the energy out of the cables the way you should. Oh, okay, no, it's a split. So beautiful split, nice back end split, and good half turn. And you can see she landed left of center, and she bounced left of center. So that's good. Now I'm gonna try out the net one more time. I did forget about this. So see, I pulled up, so I'm late there. That's why you see that jerkiness. But it still builds up because I'm getting everything close to the bar and then letting out. There, I'm early. But look how it still builds. So imagine if I get it on the right time. And then here come TikToks. I'm just gonna kill it. And you can see how much it killed it from those TikToks. And I killed it like 4 feet. It's a crazy amount what you can take away if you don't build your swings. And just one swing, you can bring it way, way down, which is why technique is everything. All right, so let's see where I bounce. A little left of center, and I take the bounce and land it on center. So it's not bouncing me too far. I'm just checking to see if it's still recording. It looks like it is. It's not bouncing me too far off to the right anymore. It feels like, and it felt much better. And you notice I didn't do a barrel roll. It didn't encourage it. So Hannah's doing straddle whip. So this position, first position, I call froggy, and then final. Actually with her, so she landed on her feet, of course. So I'm gonna hold her up so she doesn't rug burn her face as she scrapes across the net. You wanna hold her up. You can't do that with everybody. With Hannah, she's easy, she's tiny. So I think here Maddie's trying to do the whole thing. Oh no, okay, so here it is with her beautiful split and hep. Let's see how she bounces. And she's staying left of center, but at least it's not bouncing her to the right like it was before. And it could be because of the lines that she's staying left of center. I think I do one more, or she does one more, where you can see it's a pretty even bounce. There is some tweaking that I can do. Very good, Anna. She was looking at the camera. Very nice. All right, so we go with Maddie again. And everybody's taking off a little bit too far from the left. That has a lot to the right. So there you're super late and you didn't force it out, Maddie. And those sevens, you got to get those hips in closer. So there you can tell you're just super late. You're leaving your feet up there. Get those feet out, not down, out. See? And then you're staying in that hollow. Get it stretched out. So we'll be working on that a lot. I may not allow, for anybody who has this issue, I may just say, you know what, until we fix this, we are going to, we're going to keep doing swings. And then when you get bored of swings and you want to do other things, you'll focus and fix it. So there's a little bit left of center, and she landed, she bounced the left of center, so that's good. Net felt much better after I fixed what I needed to fix, which I'm not going to tell you because I'm hoping you guys figure it out and comment down below. And very nice. Hannah, I believe, is doing a knee hang. Oh no, pike whip, very good. So the way that I teach pike whips, there you can tell I'm holding her up so she doesn't, because she's coming to her hands or feet. That's like one of the worst ways to land at the net. I've had somebody break their arm in the net landing that way out of lines after they've done the trick so well for months and months and months and with consistency. But that's what happens. You have a brain fart and it can cost you something. And it is a very dangerous activity. We try to mitigate all the risks that we can, but if you mess up and you don't remember your training, or you just have a brain fart, it can cost you something. And so anyway, it's one of the worst ways to land. So of course I'm gonna hold her up. Anyway, with the net, yeah, see if you comment down below and see what you think it was. All right, so here we go with Maddie again. Feet up and leaving them up, Maddie. Feet up and stretch it out. You're gonna have to do all swings next time you come, which is supposed to be today, but it's raining, so I don't know if we're gonna have class today. You might be able to hear the raindrops on the trailer. Remember, I film inside a trailer. Maddie's the same thing. Watch your video, watch what you're doing, stretch it out. Go back and watch mine. Not that I'm the best at it, is that I have these angles and I do have the right technique. It can be better as far as I can get higher, I can be stronger, but the technique is right. And you can see how high I get in the back end. And like I said, I can even improve on it, but not improve the technique, improve on the strength and the quickness and all that. The technique is the technique. So watch that. So there's the end of the class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're enjoying the new net. Maddie did mention, wow, it feels so much softer and more comfortable. Well, it's a brand new net. It's literally been used for like 1 week at a resort that we did. Maybe twice, maybe 2 weeks it's been used. I think I used it twice because I used it in December and I used it again in April. So I do twice a year at with one particular client, and we take this net and the rig that's inside this trailer, which you don't see anymore because I got the green screen. We take that down to the Keys for a private event down there, and I had this net specially made for that, and it fits the rig. It's more narrow. The rig that I have for my traveling rig is a Bob Yorkis rig. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Bob Yorkis is still around. I think he's in the West Coast. This rig that I have was in the 1977, 1978, I forget which year, but it's around there. Circus of the Stars episode. I think Bob Yorkis had it for 3 years before the Guyonas took over. And I have 3 of the original towers that were on that show. And the net that came with this rig wasn't usable. It had to be rolled in. It wasn't for the dimensions, and it was out in the desert elements out in Vegas for a long time. So I just, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a whole new net. So there it is. And now we're gonna use it temporarily until I make a new net for this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Here is your daily dose of cuteness. See? See you tomorrow.